Hey everyone, Sergio here with the Rideshare Guide. What do we say on Show Me the Money Club? Work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, which I have been for the past year and a half, you may be working a lot harder than you need to. Let's change that. Download the app, link your account where you can manage your income, track your expenses, as well as your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more money, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download the Solo app today. Begin to work smarter, not harder. Link is in the description. Let's get back to it.
Let us move right on to our first topic, and this is talking about cherry picking. We love cherry picking here, and it's one of those things. You want to make sure that if you are being paid to move, that you are being profitable. You are not losing money on a particular ride. So cherry picking is a huge thing, making sure that the rides that you take are profitable versus not profitable. And there is a wonderful new app that just hit US market, and that is Gigu. So I know you've been talking with them quite a bit, Sergio. So let's hear what Gigu has to say and what they're doing when it comes to how they're breaking out in the US.
Yeah, for sure. And I have been talking with the company. They were actually on Coast to Coast yesterday. Wonderful little spaces on X. I always keep saying Twitter, on X. And they were there. The founders were there. They talked, answered questions. A couple of reviewers had reviewed the product already, and there were some tough reviews in there, but they hung in there, and they literally actually sat through the whole 2 hours plus of Coast to Coast. Had my hats off to them. I can't say much yet, just for the fact that we may be finalizing something with Gigu. But so the little background, this app started in Brazil. It was called Stop Club for one reason or another, but the founders eloquently explained that on Coast to Coast yesterday. And then there was a lot of demand. And so as the president of the Cherry Pickers United, CPU, there is absolutely no doubt, without a shadow of doubt, that cherry picking beats anting any day, period. This is from internal Uber data, not my data. Okay. 1, 2, even if you say there are no cherries to pick, Chris, in your city, which LA has become almost one of those now, although we have a master cherry picker in the chat, I see him going around already, is as rideshare drivers, we're trying to maximize our earnings. We are not out there for learnings like David Risher is. We're out there for earnings. You must understand, cherry picking comes in many different shapes and forms. And while you're doing that $3 trip that you accepted, you have to think of opportunity cost when it comes to cherry picking. Because a lot of people get FOMO, fear of missing out, and accept these trips, while not accepting that trip could open the door to an amazing banger on the next 3 pings. That's what people don't understand about cherry picking. Okay. However, without going into too much, they were in Business Insider. They just launched the app in the US. I have the app. It unfortunately, it only works on Android. However, it has all the bells and whistles that you guys want. They have changed the app quite differently. I know you guys will have a lot of questions. Please hold your questions for hopefully when the founders and the CEO is going to be on. Hopefully, I don't know yet, but we'll obviously announce that. It's an app that not only has been proven to earn more dollars in your pocket overall, but it's an app that's create safety, because as we all know, with trip radar, with forward dispatch, meaning while you're on a trip, you get the ping again, you get the annoying trip radar coming on. You don't need to look down. They have color-coded their app, and you put your filters in. If it's green, you accept, and everybody's filters is going to be different. Everybody's numbers are going to be different. So it's an individualized cherry. For me, cherry picking may mean something else, but this will definitely add to Uber and Lyft's acceptance rates headaches, because you have to be also realistic when you're looking for cherries. Like we're going to talk about it. Actually, there was a great article about Eli Tan of New York Times that came out, and I tweeted it out. And I was lucky enough of that article. That's why our driver's corner today is about, will you wait at airports for hours for a unicorn? It's going to be interesting. So please go check that out as well. But as far as Gigu, they came to the US now. I know a lot of drivers have a lot of questions. Please hold your questions until we have them on the show, hopefully next few weeks. And we'll make that announcement. But I think every driver can learn something from this. Okay. And to us, the important thing is we are out there to be as efficient as we can, to drive as few miles as we can, and to be as profitable as we can. And we have a segment coming up. Do you run this as a business? And there's some really, really great tips. Do not do this for cash flow, because if you do it for cash flow, at the end of the year, you're going to have 60,000 extra miles on your car and a bad back and not much to show for it, because all that cash you took out of the equity of your car went to pay short-term bills, and you have nothing saved, nothing invested. But this will definitely help you guys out. And so I say, welcome, Gigu, to the US. Let's get it on.
Yep. I think we had them on from Stop Club on RSG podcasts. It was probably like 2 years ago or something at this point. But yeah, they're talking about it, what was going on in there. So this is definitely something that they've been, working on for a little while now, breaking into the US. So it's good to see. Unfortunately, being an iPhone user, I don't have the ability to download this app. So that's an unfortunate thing, but I am looking at a specific type of Android phone. So maybe I'll have to take a look at it.
You know about Chris, but what do we say? Like, I have two phones. I have two Androids. Okay. I honestly think having two phones make things safer. Number one. Number two, you're not driving blind if you're driving into a surge. If you're doing an Uber trip and then you put your Lyft out on the other phone, I think you can go pick up, and this doesn't have to be this latest Samsung Ultra whatever.
No, well,
go get a $100 Android phone
for Uber or Lyft anymore. I use my iPad.
Yeah,
so
I know.
You can put the apps right next to each other with the sidecar. So it's a lot easier that way. And I like it. I like it a lot more. But
absolutely,
it's still Apple, unfortunately. So trying to get rid of that. Same thing with Microsoft. Getting rid of Microsoft. So but if you got an Android, definitely download the app. It's going to be great to help you out figuring out your costs and figuring out if that's going to be worth it or not for you.
Well, this is the LA's premier cherry picker right here. This is the same level as Matt in Boston. Yeah, I don't know, Mr. Gambit. I think your brain algo has got that thing figured out. But no, this is a good thing. I mean, I think it's long overdue, and Uber definitely tried to shut them down in Brazil. They couldn't do it, and we'll see. Game on. Let's get those ARs tanking, people. In that New York Times article, what was my quote? Decline and recline. That's what you guys need to learn. Decline and recline. You got decline. Then, you don't even push the X.
Then hold on. And then the second quote is from Dara Khosrowshahi, where he says that if drivers aren't accepting rides, it's their fault being Uber. So Get those ARs down, send them a message.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
Billy
actually.
says
You know
found
what?
a
You know, for a
14%
year I had
AR.
that
There you
thing on
go.
my. For a year I had that thing on the back here, right? Decline garbage, know your worth.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.